Well, let's once again get to the forgotten news of the day, because we have a lot of it. And, it's not being covered on News 12. So let's get started with what the first story is. And the first story we have here is a man accused of committing a lewd act in a Suffolk County parking lot. And I know this spot very well. A 30-year-old man was arrested after police said he committed a lewd act in a parking lot. And this happened in Smithtown. Suffolk County Police Department said a woman called 911 shortly before 8 a.m. on Wednesday, September 22nd, to report that a man was committing a lewd act in a parking lot located at 180 Main Street in Smithtown. After investigation, authorities arrested Raymond Saganix of Bayshore at around 11:40 a.m. on Thursday, September 23rd. And that, by the way, is, I believe, right by the S25 bus stop. So that's probably how he got there. Saganix is charged with public lewdness. He is set to be arraigned at a later date and probably released. I bet he has. But that's just part of what's being dumped in your neighborhood in the middle of the island. And let's go to the next crime that we have here. Event. Just for forgotten news because News 12 doesn't want to cover it. Long Island man injured after being pinned under a vehicle in Suffolk County. This happened out east. He became trapped under a vehicle in a salvage yard. Incident took place 5 p.m. Wednesday, September 22nd in Suffolk County, when Southampton Town Police Department responded to a salvage yard in Flanders. Prior to police arrival, employees removed Michael Muschi, aged 74, from underneath the front end of a dismantled vehicle. He suffered minor injuries and was taken to Stony Brook Hospital. But still, that's considered newsworthy. News 12 should have covered that, but you'll see they didn't. Let's go to this one here. Woman seriously injured after being hit by a compact SUV on a Suffolk roadway. A pedestrian was hospitalized in serious condition after being struck by an SUV while crossing a road on Long Island. Suffolk County Police investigators say the woman was walking around Horse Block Road at the intersection of Granny Road and Farmingville at approximately 10:55 p.m. on Thursday, September 23rd, when she was struck by a 2021 Nissan Rogue. Police said the driver, Santos Osmar Velasquez, age 29, of Velport, was uninjured, but the pedestrian, whose name has not been released, was transported to Stony Brook Hospital for treatment of serious injuries. I'm guessing the person remained at the scene, so this just shows the dangers of walking around at night on a lot of the roadways on Long Island because there's no sidewalks and it's poorly lit. Long Island man ends up rescued from dock. This happened on the South Shore, so maybe News 12 might cover it. A man clinging to the edge of a dock and screamed for help after his vehicle ended up in the water. Hey. This happened 9:15 p.m. Thursday, September 23rd in Bay Park. Nassau County police officers received a 911 call for vehicles submerged in the water at the Bay Park boat launch located at 198 First Avenue. Upon arrival, police discovered a man, age 66, screaming for help from the water while climbing onto the edge of the dock. The man was recovered from the water by officers without further incident. Marine Bureau responded to the scene and assisted with removing the vehicle from the water, and the victim refused medical treatment. And then we have this. Long Island volunteer fire paramedic arrested for sexually assaulting a boy. Oh my gosh. A 41-year-old man working as a volunteer paramedic for a Long Island Fire Department is facing charges of allegedly inappropriately touching a teenage boy. An investigation was launched into Woodmere resident Judah Harkaway by the Suffolk County Police Department in late August, following an alleged incident that happened involving a 13-year-old who was allegedly inappropriately touched. Police said that the investigation led to the arrest of Kowalski on Thursday, September 23rd, in his Edward Avenue home in Woodmere for allegedly touching the boy while working as a paramedic for the Woodmere Fire Department. Kowalski was charged with second-degree sexual assault and endangering the welfare of a child. He was scheduled to be arraigned on Friday, September 24th, at the First District Court in Hempstead, and the investigation is ongoing. So we have from that one more. one more tragic event. Let's see what we have here. A man dies from his injuries in Suffolk County house fire. A Long Island man who was critically injured during a house fire earlier this week has died from his injuries. Ivory Dean, age 67 of Copeg, died Thursday from his injuries suffered on Sunday, September 19th. The fire started at the home located at 302 Duville Boulevard in Copeg around 2:50 p.m. And when members of the Copeg Fire Department entered the house, they found Dean unconscious. He was transported via ambulance to the Nassau University Medical Center in critical condition. Dean was the only person inside the house at the time of the fire, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. So, a lot of news going on. And then there was some other news also that was going on that was located here as well. And it's just another sign of what's going on in the middle of the island as we lose businesses. So go Suffolk County Diner closes after 90 years in business. 90 years. COVID-19 has claimed another victim, this one being a Long Island establishment. Sonny's Riverhead Diner and Grill, one of Long Island's largest long-standing eateries, is closing its doors after being a staple in Suffolk County since 1932. Earlier this month, the owners announced that due to financial hardships caused by the pandemic, the popular diner would no longer be serving diners after 90 years on Riverhead's Main Street. According to reports, the owners, Jim and Sonny Lizzennickel, struggled during the pandemic despite offering temporary outdoor dining. The eatery later wrestled to keep up with sales without having a dinner menu, even after indoor dining returned to New York restaurants. The Lasowskis bought the popular Riverhead Diner and Grill from longtime owner Liz Strabel in January 2017, whose father and uncle purchased the diner in 1961. After 4 years of owning the restaurant, the Liz Nichols were forced to shut things down after being unable to lock down enough cash and keep on loans to keep the operation afloat. Generations of families have eaten in this very diner, the restaurant's website says. Now, under the new ownership with the same family and community values, we look forward to serving you with fresh local produce and some new things added to the menu while keeping old favorites and preserving the history. Jim and Sonny Lesnicki worked hard to overhaul the longtime diner on Riverhead's East Main Street. So very sad to see yet another business close in the middle of the island. And we have another one. Popular Suffolk County eatery closes. Let's see where this is. This is in Bayshore. So this place originally closed in Bayshore. And this is just another example of what these shutdowns have done, why they went on for just too long. And there are now some people coming out and saying that they were unnecessary, which is kind of what I've been saying all along. But, now we're seeing the results of that. Meanwhile, we go to News 12. They were necessary maybe for a couple of weeks, but more beyond that, it should not have gone beyond that. But anyway, it's all about Dabby. You know the deal. It's all about the South Shore. East Islip pulls Redmond, and then guess where Thunderbolt 12 is? It's in Sayville. Yeah, look where they are, in Sayville.
We are right now. We've hit the Sayville area. We've been cruising all over Long Island this morning in Thunderbolt 12.
Right, you've been cruising all over Long Island. More like cruising all over the South Shore.
No kidding, about 1 to 2 minutes ago.
It's so obvious what this station gears to. So, like I said, if you're not on the South Shore, they don't even have any of the stories that we spoke about. They do have the pedestrian being struck and seriously injured, but that probably got only 18 seconds. Happened in the middle of the island, who cares, right? Of course. I'm going to refresh this page and see if there's any new information here. There is something here. Hempstead a plan to target. All right, there's something here on Hempstead at least. I actually spent a minute on it too. Wow, I'm shocked. This is a big problem at bus terminal area. That's where they're always hanging around, causing problems. So at least the Hempstead officials seem like they want to do something about it. But again, all the other crimes we spoke about are just forgotten here. They'd rather spend most of their time covering stuff that affects a certain demographic. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.